Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. Car Talk. Podcasting and streaming from Studio A inside the Sugar Shack Studios. It's the In Wheel Time Car Talk show. Just ahead, we hope to get a hold of Pennzoil's Michael Thomas and how EVs are changing automotive product development. A lot is my guess. You'll hear my thoughts on a week with the new Subaru Impreza RS. And Conrad has the cruise-in calendar just ahead on this episode of the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world Mars, fiddling with his phone like a little teenage girl. King Conrad DeLong. We always need more Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us on this Saturday. It's a beautiful Saturday here in Houston, Texas. If you're wondering, well, I'm listening to a podcast. This is not Saturday. Well, so we take every 30 minutes a podcast out of the show.
And make
out of
six.
The 3 out, make 6 of them. And so they air Sunday through Friday. So you get a fresh podcast every day of the week in case you miss one.
From the new upgraded studio.
Ta-da.
Yes, and we hope that you like our new look. Well, it's kind of new for us anyway. Logo's down here instead of back there. We got some artwork up here. We're trying to be fancy. I hope you appreciate it.
Got some backlighting.
I don't know if anybody's known, but I've been changing the color.
Have you been doing that, or has you been doing it by
No,
itself?
I've been doing it.
Okay, well, thank you.
I think Jeff just aglow there behind him.
Yeah.
It's purple now.
It is.
No, it's actually blue. It's supposed to be blue.
Okay.
Is it?
No, well, it's the button I pushed was blue.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, thank you very much. I've been dying to do this story while we're waiting for the guy from Pennzoil.
Here we go.
9 old tools almost nobody uses anymore, and I think I would fall into that category myself.
Yeah, you are a tool.
I am a tool. Here's one.
Peter.
There's O'Toole.
That's O'Toole. Spark plug gap tool. When's the last time you used one of those?
Last time I changed spark plugs?
Yeah, I was going to say, I use it all the time.
Do you really?
Yep.
Use it for the mower, too, when you change the plug.
Well, those spark plug gap tools can still be found in the impulse buy section of your favorite parts store. These have all but been eliminated from regular use by the growing popularity of iridium and platinum plugs. These rare earth metals are extremely resistant to degradation, but when it comes time to set the proper gap between the ground strap and electrode, they are very delicate. That's why the factory sets the gap when the plug is produced.
Yeah, most plugs that you buy are gapped in the box.
Yeah.
But I always check them.
Mm-hmm.
Do
you ever have to adjust them? I never do.
Yeah, if somebody gets a little rough with a box and drops one.
I guess, but it's rare.
Nothing worse than getting rough with the box.
I'm not even going to go there on that one. Here's one. And actually, if we looked in that toolbox, you will find a
torque wrench
dwell meter.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Probably in the bottom drawer.
I don't know. It's in there somewhere. But 12, 50 years ago, tune-up of an engine centered on the ignition system.
Right.
Breaker points are critical to a properly functioning ignition system, and timing how long those points are closed, the dwell, determines how much charge is built up in the ignition coil and thus discharged through the spark plug. Mm-hmm. Poorly timed ignition discharges wasted energy, but electronic ignition setups have never been more reliable or polarizing, but we'll leave that verdict up to you. Setting the point gap properly is usually enough to keep an engine running well, and modern multifunction timing lights can include a dwell meter.
And there was a period of time where you needed a dwell meter to tune a carburetor.
Yes.
When they had the electronic carburetors, and I used my dwell meter doing the carburetor as well.
That's right. Because you could tell. Ooh, that's too far. Back it off a little bit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Distributor wrench. When's the last time you used it? Remember the distributor, that funny-looking thing?
Little L-shaped thing.
Yeah. Distributor wrench.
I've got two of them.
I got one in there.
I've got one that's a half-inch, which is typically a Ford, and then I got one that's a 9/16.
This is next to his dwell meter.
Typically GM.
Yeah. Maybe we should put those on display for everybody. Say, oh, look, bunch of old guys with some old tools that they're all old. Nobody uses any of them anymore.
Even us. Old guys have old tools.
There's that. Pre-OBD2 diagnostic scan tools.
Uh-huh. Tech 1. is what in GM's phrase it was called, was a Tech 1. Now they just plug into the OBD2 and run it through a laptop.
Yeah.
But there are certain brake systems you had to have a Tech 1 to diagnose certain brake systems.
That was not my era. Distributor machine. Remember distributor machines?
Turn it and turn the distributor. Had that go again? And you could not only just tune the distributor for the points, but you could tune the vacuum advance of the distributor as well.
Yeah, you take the Allen wrench and stick it in the vacuum hole.
And turn it.
And turn it. Thank you.
Yep.
Here's one, and I actually saw an ad for a used one. They can't give them away. It's kind of like reel-to-reel tape recorders. An engine analyzer.
The Sun 2000.
Oh, the big one.
It hung from the rail in the ceiling. When I worked at the Oldsmobile dealership.
And all the wires were chewed up.
Either that or the one that I'm familiar with was a big roll-around cabinet that was probably
Could be
6
both,
feet
yeah.
6 feet tall,
Yeah.
and it took up a huge amount of wall space in the tune-up guy's slot.
And it had an oscilloscope on it, so you
Yep.
could look at the secondary ignition on the oscilloscope. The thing I used it most for was to charge condensers. I'd charge a
And then say,
condenser
"Here you go."
and throw it to somebody. They catch it and zap the crap out of them.
Yes, I do.
What a guy.
Yeah. Yep. Most pneumatic tools for home shops.
Yep, gone away.
Gone away.
'Cause
It's
everybody's
electric.
gone with the wireless
Yep.
Makitas
Yes.
and stuff. So
Yep.
yeah, I still have my air
I've got 'em.
wrench and
Yeah.
I guess if I
impact.
looked in there, I'd probably
I
find
still
one.
got an impact and the ratchet.
and then I have a butterfly as well, which is the faster.
Yeah, my
ratchet.
butterfly died, but and I got a pumpkin compressor that'll almost run the impact. It's just not big enough to hold enough volume, but it'll run the ratchet.
And I've since bought
Fairly well.
an electric battery.
yeah.
ratchet, or not ratchet, impact. wrench,
Yeah, that's what I had up here last week when we was working, was the battery powered one.
Okay, here's one that I'm not familiar with the words. Babbitt bearing molds or machining jigs. Machining jigs, I got that. But what is a Babbitt bearing mold?
So think of a main bearing or a rod bearing, the softest material in there that you could literally scratch with a thumbnail, that's the Babbitt. So you would put the bearing in. Now this is like real old school, and you would smear fresh Babbitt in there, and that mold would hold it in place so that you got the correct depth of Babbitt. See, I even had, when I was turning wrenches, I even had an old valve grinding machine.
Yes.
With where you could cut the valves,
Yep.
and then you had the electric spinner that you could seat cut the valve seats as well.
We had one of those machines in a cage at Richardson Chevrolet. Nobody usually used it,
Right.
but it was there. Apparently, at some point, they used it.
Because you replaced the valves.
Yeah, because it's cheaper too.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that was fun. And then this one I'm familiar with, the split rim tire tool.
Oh, that'd kill you if you didn't do it right.
Do it right.
That's exactly right. Now they have a really thick cage that they use to blow up tires and, high pressure stuff. So that when it does release, it stays within the cage.
Well, and even when you go, because, I just recently got my tires done at discount, every time they do a tire, that final last air piece until the beads seat and pop out, they do put it inside that cage.
Yep.
Which is for the safety of the handler.
Yeah. And everybody in the shop. But with the split ring, that thing was really thick, and it was basically spring steel because you could bend it a little bit. And I'll tell you what.
You'd go shooting across the shop.
It'd shoot 100 feet in the air if you did it the wrong way. You better stand back.
And those beads aren't seated once they do that. The beads aren't seated on the tire until after a few miles are driven.
Where you drive it, it flexes and gets itself already worked all the way in.
Yeah. Well, talk to me about tire beads and beads on wheels.
What about Craftsman torque wrenches, Don?
Yeah. Let me tell you about my my Craftsman
Not with a
torque
12
wrench.
meter. It was. You know what? When
The
we
show
were
was
doing
going
the
really
studio,
well.
See, we did
found it.
Jaguar and torque wrenches today.
I want you to know that I finally threw
Happy
that.
New Year.
Yeah, I finally threw that. George Skelton was tired of hearing me talk about the damn Craftsman torque wrench that they wouldn't take back because
It wasn't warranted for life.
it was warranted
George
for life.
has already posted on here.
Well, that person, that individual that denied your claim is now VP of customer relations.
Yeah,
At
that-
Snap-on Tools.
yeah. I'm sorry, sir. That we don't take because they sold the entire line of Craftsman to somebody else.
Well, and because torque wrenches to a large degree are a thing of the past. Now they go with these angle meters. So you get the bolt down to a point, and then you put an angle meter on it, and you put 45 degrees on it all the way around, and you do another 45 degrees on it all the way around. And they say that bolt stretches a little bit, and that's a better measurement of the compression load on the gasket than a torque meter is.
I will tell you this: that one that George sent me works just fine. Thank you, George. 100 pounds of torque on the wheels on the Corvette.
And
That's
I
what
haven't
they
been
asked.
in any machine shops lately or quite some time, but I don't remember ever seeing somebody say, okay, let's go 45 degrees. Now, let's
Yeah,
go
they were
40
just cranking.
No, they're putting a torque wrench on it.
And that's what they do at Discount Tire.
And yeah,
Well, they have that,
after there's a load on the tire.
They have that torque to yield
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
And speaking of George, we had the Perini luncheon last week.
Thank
we
you
did.
very much.
Yes.
Oh, yes, it was wonderful.
It was. It was very good. Thank you, George Skelton, for
Again, thank you.
our Perini lunch. We love that. And we made it every year. As a matter of fact, the girls even commented on it. You know, this started off as some sandwich meat, and now it's turned into this thing.
A lot of
Everybody
desserts.
brings
and
something.
Yeah, we had desserts.
Well,
Kathy made that
the
wonderful.
In-Wheel Time Ladies Auxiliary, they helped out.
That's exactly right, and it was delish.
I missed out on the whiskey.
The whiskey
Cake,
cake.
yeah.
Yeah. How did you miss out?
I think I probably left a little early. I had a couple
That-
of.
Oh, she was cooking it, or she was baking it, or warming it up. But actually, the whiskey is in the sauce, not the cake itself. So when you layer it with the sauce and the
That
caramel
sauce
stuff,
I-
that's where the whiskey's at.
I had a pedicure.
We had some for the next couple of days after that. It was good.
It was delish. The meat, it is.
Spectacular.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously, you could cut it with a fork,
Mm-hmm.
and it looked like it was half raw.
It was
Ooh,
delicious.
It was
It was perfect.
delish.
Absolutely perfect.
I just figured it was the lighting, crummy lighting in the kitchen.
Well, there's that too, but that had nothing to do with the meat.
Close your eyes and just eat it. It
Yeah.
was so good.
We had some horseradish sauce, and we had the fixins were out.
Well, there was coleslaw. There was twice baked potato casserole. The main course, obviously. And bread, pumpernickel. Was it pumpernickel?
No, it was some of that in-store cooked
Sourdough.
One was sourdough, and the other was roll kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was really good. Yeah.
Thank you,
it was-
George.
Thank you, George. Appreciate you. Thank
bet.
you.
Yes.
George Skelton is our number one fan. Always.
Yep.
I hope George got my little video that we did. I sent it to him. I had to send it in 3 parts because,
Too
stupid. Yeah, the file's too big.
Cool.
But I sent it in 3.
Remember, he's the
3 parts.
video guy.
Yeah, live video. Shut up.
Coop's horseradish at your
Well,
local market.
That's horseradish mustard.
Coop's horseradish mustard.
Yes. Well, I had a different. I actually had real horseradish in there too.
Yeah, raw. I call it raw horseradish, as opposed to a lot of times people
The
mix it
fake
with sour.
horseradish.
No, they mix it with sour cream. Now you want the raw horseradish that kind of burns a little bit.
It
Yeah.
all burns.
Twice.
Yes.
Did you want to make a comment there, Mr. Mars?
No, sir.
We have a little time. It's time now to get your pens and paper, boys.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Hemmings.com sold cars roundup.
Play along at home. if
This
you'd
one
like.
here, I put these two together because they're both 1978 models. Okay? So the first one is a 78 Chevrolet Corvette Coupe, okay, with the T-tops, all right? There's nothing fancy about it. It's got stock factory optional aluminum wheels.
Not too far from yours.
Well, years there is.
Years
Well, you
difference.
mean you're talking about that one?
Yeah.
No.
But 78 had the bubble back glass, didn't it?
Yes. Yeah. And then there was also a 78 Chevrolet Corvette Coupe. That's an official pace car. At least that's what it's got on it. So we'll assume that it is a true
Pace car.
Okay? This is a lot of clones, and you can buy the stickers that go on the side of
Were
it.
we buying both of them together?
No, not together, but I want you to give me a price on the original coupe for 78, the Chevrolet Coupe. Okay. It's the two-tone. I think that was I don't even, is that an option? I'm not quite sure, but this one is painted in a two-tone color scheme.
Nothing about miles.
No, we don't get into
but
that.
miles make such a difference in the price of them.
Okay,
things.
well, then
no miles.
you do your bid that way.
Based on your miles.
Yeah, your miles.
How far is it to your house?
Yeah, 1978. So, Mr. Mars, what would you think the 78 standard-looking Corvette would be?
14.9.
Okay. Conrad?
Well, I had 14 down. I wrote 14 down.
Okay.
17.
15,750.
Mars
We're
wins.
well within a couple grand.
Now
the pace car?
Let's talk about the pace car. We'll just assume that it's original. How much would you think that the 78 clean-looking pace car would be?
23.
Mr. Mars?
19.
18.
26,250.
Wow.
So it's probably got very little mileage on it, and it looks very clean. Anyway, okay.
It's more than it was new.
Yes, most definitely.
Yes, it was.
My 77 was $11,000. Ordered from the factory, and I paid sticker price for it.
Without the trailer package on it.
No trailer package on a Corvette. God. Here you go. 84 Ford Bronco 2.
OJ.
84. No. This
Two's
is
the little one.
Oh, no, you're right. Yeah.
84 Ford Bronco 2. What would you think that they'd get for that? It's kind of like a bad brown. It looks clean. Don't know anything about it really, but
Put me down for 8.
8,000.
Mm-hmm.
Conrad?
I'll go 7.
7.
I'll go 5.
Mars is the winner, $5,200.
I'm off my game today.
A 1963 Chevrolet Biscayne. Now, I will tell you, I don't want to give it all away, but my guess is this is probably a 409 car.
It's not the one from Richardson's, is it?
No, 63, not that one.
With the pinstripes down, buffed into the hood.
Yeah, or put the
Flat spot
nut
tires.
down the carburetor and broke the motor. A 1963 Chevrolet Biscayne. Looks like a 409 to me. Just guessing. Two-door. It's a two-door.
25.
25. Mr. Mars?
No miles.
A 409 63 Chevy Biscayne.
Dual
Blue.
quad or single
33.
quad?
How much?
33.
33?
26.
$63,000.
Yowzers.
Yes. This is for Jeff, the 1984 Buick Estate Wagon.
Priceless.
It's priceless. Okay.
Buick Estate Wagon.
Uh-huh.
And what year?
84 Buick Estate with the wood sides on it. Applique.
11,000.
11,000. Conrad?
7.
7. Mars?
Yeah, I'll go 8.
8. $9,750.
Oh.
That's 4 for Mars.
Yeah, Mike's killing it.
Yeah, and it's a clean-looking car, too.
He needs
That
to
would
go to
be
work
something.
at Emmons Autoplex.
Yeah. Hey, Jerry, would it be okay if we bought an 84 Buick Estate Wagon? You know what the answer to that would be?
You're
No.
fired.
You're fired. That's it. And then the final one in this game today is a 1969 Ford Torino.
I
Love the look of it.
Love the look.
Love the look of that car.
Yep.
Has it got a shaker hood?
It looks like it does, or at least a big induction hood of some sort. I'm not familiar with the model, but I would think that this would probably be. Is it a small block? Do they offer a big block in the Ford Torino?
Yeah, you can get the.
Yeah, but it was
The big
like
390
a
or
GT, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
I'm
got
going to
lots
say
of
25.
25,
32.
32. Mr. Mars,
22.
22,575.
Wow.
Wow,
Mars.
Michael.
Mars.
Wow.
Look at Mars.
You know
Well,
what?
you know they buy those kind of cars over there.
Next
where he
week,
lives.
whatever he guesses, I'm going to add
they
$1.
live in those kind of cars over there in Neederville.
Just saying, he did have a little smirk on his face, kind of like, okay, that's not funny.
Whatever he has, just add $1 to it.
I was watching last week's show, and Jeff did the piece on car advertising, and one of them was about I had to sell the Harley.
Yeah, because of girlfriend's
found out.
pregnant, wife found out, lawyer
And
wants money. Or
and the
whatever.
only thing that you missed was they were both their sisters.
They were from, that was out of the Neederville Gazette.
And both my sisters, wife and
It's the Mid-County
girlfriend.
Review is what it's called.
The Mid-County Review. Is it a weekly paper or monthly?
No, it was a weekly. Yeah, it's
Do
been
they have
gone
a-
for years? But it was the local.
Right.
Do they have
Yeah.
a police blotter or anything, or
Oh yeah,
They had all that.
scandalous stuff?
Police blotter's easy.
yeah.
Yeah, in
Particularly
journalism.
once a week. Yeah, you just call them and say, hey,
We go down to the courthouse, find out who divorced who, and then find out who's suing who,
Is it a
who
song?
got arrested.
Who's doing who?
every Thursday it comes out.
Who's doing who?
That's true, isn't it?
You do that.
You know,
you
I'm supposed to do a car review here.
Yeah, I got you all
I
queued
just
up.
kind of,
Well, we led into that quite well, didn't we?
didn't we? Actually, why don't we do the cruise-in calendar? Do you have that? You're going to have to pick that out of there as you go from the events calendar.
Bite me. Cruising calendar.
He said, bite me. Did he say that? He said that, didn't he?
He did.
Sunday, tomorrow, Avalon Diner, Coffee and Chrome. Don will be there signing hero cards.
Bring it, because I don't have any of my own. Bring yours.
Classic Cars at Brazoria County. New Year meet is in Lake Jackson this weekend. It's 5:30 tonight. Also at 5 p.m. tonight, Brookshire Brothers Cruise-In in Montgomery at the Brookshire Brothers grocery store.
That would make sense.
Kima Car Show at the Lowe's in League City starts at 5 o'clock tonight. I know that was one that David Ainsley's son would go to with some regularity. Mm-hmm. Pizza and Cars at Pepperoni's on Highway 6 in Sugarland starts at 1 p.m. today, right after the show.
I wonder
far
if
from
I
here.
wonder if they give away free pizzas.
Probably
a slice
not
or two.
free. Yeah,
And
maybe.
that's not very far. That's about 3-4 miles from here.
Woodlands Coffee and Cars for a Cause. We know that's Weldon's pretty engaged in that, and so is the Northside Mustang Club. That's tomorrow morning. Starts at 6:30 to 10:30, and they ask for a donation as an entry fee. Cars and Coffee at the Aggieland Outfitters in College Station is tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Cruise to Spring Cars and Coffee meet starts at 9 a.m. at the Burnham Woods Drive in Spring at the Sunoco at Burnham Woods Drive. And then Cocktails and Classics at Elevations, the barber shop off of Fondren in Houston starts at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Cocktails
Cocktails
at 10 o'clock. Okay.
And the regional autocross at the Police Academy. We talked to
Sergeant Woodard.
No. We talked to oh gosh, my name goes blank. SCCA.
Yeah,
Richard
Tomlin. My mind, I could see his face. I couldn't get a name. Yeah, so that's tomorrow at the police station off there at Aldine Westfield. You can go out and watch, or you can go out and take a drive. I think he said it was $55 if you want to drive.
Conrad's episode is sponsored by Prevagen.
Time now for this hour's car review. 2024 Subaru Impreza. Available trim levels include the base, the Sport, and the RS. I had the RS. Compact hatchback, it's called. I like to call it a small station wagon. You can call it what you will. That's what I call it. Seats 5 passengers, including the driver. All new redesign this year. They're no longer building the Impreza sedan.
Really?
Oh.
Nope.
Just drop it.
Gone. So then you say, oh, but what about the WRX?
Where'd it go? It's
It ain't-
done?
It's done, at least for now. But
got
listen
such
to
a-
my review. Exterior features, sharp-looking, lowered front end with a proportional grille. Looks more like a hot rod compact wagon than traditional hatchback. You following my game there?
Yep.
Sloping rear hatch glass, attractive front and rear lighting. Silver or gray looks awesome with the black wheels. What could use improvement? A whole hot rod line of aftermarket parts, including the WRX in this car. Okay, just saying that. Do you hear me, Subaru? Interior highlights, well laid out center stack with a great big infotainment screen. The RS model has color enhanced seating in cloth that is very comfortable. Instrument cluster is good with easy to read gauges. Cargo and trunk room, well, it's small. This is a small wagonette. What I liked about it, leg room for 2 adults in the back seat. Kathy and Jeff sat in the back seat.
Yeah, we went to your soiree.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
Oh, that's a pretty good drive, too.
It was. Very comfortable ride. It does have the passive phone charger in there. I like that as well. What could use improvement? Nothing that I know of. 2.5-liter, 4-cylinder boxer engine. Boxer meaning a flat.
Opposed.
Horizontally opposed 4-cylinder. 182 horsepower, which is just the right amount for that car, unless they decide they're going to put the WRX package in it. And yeah, this is the more powerful of 2 engines. The other one has a little bit less horsepower. Get this one. Torque, 178 pound-feet. CVT automatic transmission.
Only.
As far as mileage is concerned, 26 city, 33 highway for a combined of 29. I got 29.4 over 377.1 miles. What I liked, great gas mileage. What could use improvement? A WRX version, please. I wrote that right there. Mm-hmm. Ride and handling, rides like a dream. Don's best ride quality winner.
Oh, wow.
Base trim price, $27,885. Prices tested, $31. And the base model price, $24,115. Goes up against the Honda Civic for $23,950, the Mazda 3 for $25,690, and the Mini Clubman, $29,000. That is my review of the 2024 Subaru Impreza RS.
And boy, was it blue.
Did you have you said you called it a little sports car and a good ride. Did you kind of have the feeling that you wanted to kind of
toss it around a little bit? Yeah, I did. But it really didn't have that kind of suspension. But again, the WRX package would take care of that.
Mm-hmm.
Spruce it up.
The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In-Wheel Time Car Talk. We also video stream on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. Podcasts available from your favorite podcast provider. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break.
You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. The original group of Lupi Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipes mean when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the original Lupi Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here's the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Lupi Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Speaking of original, nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Lupi Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Lupi Tortilla Katy is another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Lupi's. It's located just off I-10 and the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggieland? Head to the Lupe Tortilla in College Station, located just around the corner from Kyle Field. It's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Headed east to Louisiana, stop in at the Lupe Tortilla in Beaumont. It too's on I-10. You can't miss it. The original group of Lupe Tortilla restaurants invites you in for the best Tex-Mex anywhere. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show is now part of the iHeart family. Now you'll have access to 24/7 Car Talk anytime you need a fix. Just download the iHeart Radio app and ask for In Wheel Time Car Talk, and there we are. Be sure to save us in your iHeart library for instant access. No matter where you are, you have the best Car Talk Show right on your PC, laptop, or mobile device and never have to worry about finding us again. Of course, you can always get access to our video and audio streams via InWheelTime.com and your favorite podcast channel, and all of this is free to you. From the iHeart Radio app, you'll not only hear our Saturday morning live show, but the best shows of the past, updated weekly. Never miss a minute of up-to-date new car reviews, pre-owned reviews, Conrad's Car Clinic, informative interviews, automotive news, and the most fun car talk show on the planet. Just download the iHeart Radio app, search for In Wheel Time Car Talk, save it to your library, and with a tap of the icon, you'll be in touch with your favorite Car Talk team. In Wheel Time Car Talk, streaming now on iHeart.com/InWheelTimeCarTalk. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.